So welcome to the New Starters Fast Start Plan call this evening. My name's Hazel Thomas, for those of you who have not seen me around. I'm a group leader in the business, and I've been in the business for 9 years now. I joined actually, it's my 9-year anniversary on the 16th, which is later this week, which is very exciting. If I could just ask, before we get started as well, if you're not already on mute, can I ask you to please make sure you're muted? There should be a button in the top right-hand corner of your screen, your little picture, to enable you to mute yourselves, just to minimize background distraction. So I've been in the business 9 years, and I'm not exactly one of those people that zooms along and has taken the business by storm. However, I've been consistent and I've been solid, even through the challenges of having 3 small children, 3 brand new children they were at the time, I suppose, and some fairly major challenges that came along with those as well. I've just kept going. I've taken some time out, I've come back. I've taken a little more time out and I've come back, but I've never given up. And consequently, here I am at GL, and really starting to find out how this business is just changing my world. It's amazing. So I'm really excited to see you guys all on board with us this evening, and really excited, if you're new to the business, to welcome you to the business. What we're going to do this evening, I've got a very short presentation we're going to rock through. Let's pull this up on here. If I share my screen with you, hopefully you can all see that. Let me see if I can. There we are. Perfect. So what we want to do, the aim of this evening's call, is to get you guys up and running super speedy. If you're new to this business, then this is all about hints and tips for how to get you moving fast and moving your business forward quickly. So what to do now? Hopefully you've got a pen and paper to hand. So to begin with, I just want to go through a little bit about how the money works, and actually what of this would make a difference to you. How much do you need extra financially in your monthly income to make a difference for you to be able to say, yeah, actually that's really rocking our world, that's really changing the way we operate as a family. For some of you it may only be £300, for some of you it may be £1,000. All of us, I think, could probably go, yeah, you know what, we could do with an extra £2,800 in our lives every month. That would be incredible. But it doesn't have to be the big numbers. If you can just get the smaller numbers in, then £300,000-600,000, it can make a massive difference. And thinking about it realistically, if we can go out there and help 4 people in a month, so that's 1 customer every week who takes all the services and is a homeowner, then that is an extra £1,000. That's 1 per week. Now, not everybody who sign up or who joins a club is gonna be taking all the services, and then everybody you see is not all going to sign up. But maybe you have to do 2 appointments, or maybe you have to do 3 appointments in the week to get that 1 sign up. But even so, that's maybe 6 hours worth of work a week. So that's what, 24 hours of work in a month to get yourself potentially £1,000. Now, if you're serious about this business, and just finding those little nooks and crannies, just finding those little pockets of time, can really make a significant difference, and it really does, and it is changing so many people's lives. I've got a newbie who joined my business last month. She took a few weeks to get started, but just after the beginning of the month, she really hit the ground running. She did the training and hit the ground running, and she's literally just 5 minutes ago sent me a message saying she's just signed up her 4th double gold homeowner since the beginning of August. Well, that's £1,000 for her in a back pocket, and we're only on what, the 11th of the month? Amazing. It's all about just getting out there and getting going. So what have we got to do? Well, we've got to relax, quite simply. Just trust and have faith in a system that's actually probably more 22 years old or more, not just 21 years old. It's about having that posture, and if you don't have that yourself, then borrow some from the people around you. Find some. It's about having a little bit of belief. there's a lot of people who've been around this business long enough to really actually be able to say, yeah, you know what, this is making a huge difference to our world. So and they tell you so many stories. So borrow those stories, borrow that belief, and gradually yours will grow too. And that is the real key. But you've got to relax into it. You've got to enjoy it. This business is all about having a little bit of fun. But look forward to the journey of learning as well. This is not about being at school. This is not like learning in the same ways we did at school. You know, the training that we've got is amazing. The online training is very easy to do. You just sit and watch a film and then answer a few questions about it. It's very simple and straightforward. And if you get them wrong, you can keep going back and doing it until you get it right again. But it's very simple and easy to do, but it's hugely informative. And the classroom training, the 3-hour classroom training, is absolutely fantastic too. And that is a real game changer. So this is not about learning like we did at school. This is about just getting some new information on board and then sharing it with other people. But don't be afraid to ask for help. We're not used to the concept of asking for help quite often, but this is a business where everybody helps by helping everybody else. We've got lots of different WhatsApp groups. There's a step 1 to QD group, step 2 to FTL. There's likely to be team groups. There's all sorts of different groups happening around. So if you've not got anybody close to you that you feel that you can ask for help, then drop myself a message or many of the other leaders you'll see on the step 1 groups. You know, there's lots and lots of different people here to help. If you've got a question, please don't shout about it, because chances are other people are having the same question too. But seriously, get excited. This is a game changer. You have to make the decision that you want it to change your life, and you do have to put a little bit of effort in. You're not going to get something for nothing. I'll be straight about that. But a little bit of effort consistently is a massive game changer for you, for this business. And that really comes down to your attitude and your mindset. And attitude and mindset, attitude and mindset, and attitude and mindset. If you've got the right attitude and the right mindset, then this business will absolutely rock your world. I promise you that. So we need to get started by practicing. Practice makes perfect. Well, I'm not so sure it makes perfect, but practice definitely makes progress. So we're going to start by creating a list. You need a great list. The bigger your list, the bigger your business. So don't be afraid to just get as many names down as you can. So we've got here Frogs and Sams. Now these are acronyms. So Frogs stands for the types of people we know. So we tend to work through them. So F stands for friends and family. So we need to write down all the people we know who are our friends and family. And then what about maybe our partners, friends and family? Or our parents' friends and family? Or our neighbours' friends and family? Or our best friends' friends and family? You know, it can quite simply and very quickly and easily expand out. R is for recreational. So who do you go to the gym with maybe, or who do you do sports with, or who do your kids do sports with, or who do you, I don't know, like to play darts with, or meet in the pub on a fun Friday night. Whatever you do that's recreational, then anybody you know through that, write their names down. And the real key here is to not prejudge. Don't try and work out whether or not you think people might be interested in joining or not, or whether or not it might be for them. Don't prejudge it. We'll work on that later once we've got a lot of names on the list. The key is to just get those names down ASAP. So anybody you know through recreational, anything that's vaguely recreational, or your kids recreational, or your partner's recreational. See how this grows? O is for occupational, so work. Who do you work with? Who did you used to work with? Who does your partner work with? Again, just try and ask yourself all these questions and get the names written down. You'll be amazed at how they start flowing into your head. G is for geographical. So this is, so take kind of geographical areas, I suppose. So who lives in your road? Who are your neighbours? Who lives in the road behind you? Or who lives in your village? or who lives next door to your parents, or you're next door to your best mate, or in your best mate's street that you know of. You know, who do you know that lives in London, or who do you know who lives in Manchester? They don't have to be on your doorstep. They don't have to be people that you think will say yes. They don't even have to be people that you've spoken to recently, or even in the last 5 years. It doesn't matter. We'll teach you how to approach them further down the line. Meanwhile, just get the names on the list. S is for same name. So once you've got a good number of names on your list, then we want to be going back through them and trying to think who we can think of that's got the same name. So say, for example, you've got Amanda on the top of your list. Who else do we know that's called Amanda, or Mandy, or Mand, or something, you know, something associated with it, something that's going to trigger an interest, or Bob, or Robert, or Bobby, or Rob, or, you know, all of these different things. Try and think of all the associated names with the people as you go down your list, and again, you'll be amazed at who will pop into your head. And just get the names written down. We want to be starting with 50 to 100 names on our list minimum, really. So you want to keep going as long as you can. Now, once you've got a good list built up, SAMs are the people we want to be looking at, talking to. So SAMs are the switched on, ambitious, motivated people. Okay, so these are the people who we think are going to be most likely to want to join us and do this business, because they're the people that we want to speak to first. We want to try and get out there and get as many people joining us and doing this business with us, because let's face it, this business is a lot more fun if you can do it with your friends. So switched on, ambitious and motivated people. So it's about going down the list of names that you've just written and putting stars next to the ones who you think are your SAMs. And those are the ones that we're going to chat to first. And then we want to be getting out there and actually contacting people. So we can do this by calls, texts, we can send them messages, and we can, ultimately we want to be contacting them in the way that we would normally speak to them. So I've got friends that I will only ever contact via WhatsApp. So for me to pick up the phone to them would be just, they think I'd lost my marbles. However, there's people I never contact via Messenger, and I always pick up the phone to them. So for me to send them a text, they would wonder what's going on. So I will always look to try and contact people in the way that I usually contact them. However, if you've got options, the phone is always best. Always best. If you can pick up the phone, then you will find you get more results, because people can get the excitement and the real urgency from your voice, and that's what we want to be getting across. It mentions about 5 levels and low-hanging fruit. So 5 levels is an amazing book called The 5 Levels of Formality. There are sections, there's a section on the online training portal about the 5 levels of formality. And it's a brilliant book that tells you the story of a guy called Sam who joins a network marketing business. In the first few chapters, he spent all his time getting it all wrong. And then he got a mentor who taught him the 5 levels of formality and how to talk to people. And it's about categorizing everybody we know and speaking to them in a way that's appropriate to their category. So, for example, I'd speak to my mum in a very, very different way that I would speak to the bus driver that I'd met 30 seconds earlier. And it's all about having the right language to speak to these people. And this is what the 5 levels is all about. So if you can get hold of a copy, whether you go through Amazon and you buy a book, whether you get the audio book or whatever you do, if you haven't read it yet, this is an absolute must right from the outset, right at the beginning. Get it sorted, get that in your phone or on your book list ASAP, because the sooner you can get that done and read, the better. It will really have a massive impact on you going forward and getting into the business. Low-hanging fruit. So this is how we affectionately term the people who are close to us that we think would do us a favor. So for example, it could be your parents, it could be your gran, it could be your siblings, it could be your best mate. People who you think could do you a favor, that would want to help you out in your new venture, be excited for you, and just let you practice on them. So they're the ones that are reasonably easy people to go and see and sign up. So low-hanging fruit, yeah, that's people that we want to be going to see. And so SAMs and your low-hanging fruit are the people that we want to be starting with first. Putting stars against their name, they're the ones we're going to contact in the early days. So there's lots of different things we can be doing in terms of activity to get our business going. We've got appointments, Zoom, business launches, links, Zoom ops. All these are different tools and under our belts to help us get people on board, whether it be with the opportunity or with the business. So obviously we want to be getting in front of people, showing them the 12-minute presentation with our Joanna Lumley videos, and seeing if we can save them some money and help them, showing them how we can make them some money. But we've got Zoom calls like this every Sunday night, which are great for getting people on board. We've got a Zoom op every Thursday evening at 9:30, which is a fantastic way. If you've got people who want to show the business to, then let us do the work for you. Just get them on that call and we'll explain it all. You don't have to tell them anything, but it'll just make your life a lot easier. We can do business launches. We can get a whole load of people around in your front room and show them all in one go, which is a fantastic way of really turbocharging your business. And there's lots of different links on your partner portal, your personal links that you can send out to people if you want to give them a bit more information. That's not something I tend to use so much. I'd much rather explain it to people face to face so they can get the real excitement and passion of what it's all about. But the links are there if you want to send them out to some people. Also, make the most of your recruiter and your upline. So the people who are helping you out in this business, we're here to help. As my good friend Claire Hingott would say, we're the know how, you're the know who. Put us on people's sofas, just be in the room with us, and then listen to, watch us how we do it. We'll get them all signed up to begin with for you. You can watch us and then start to learn and take over and get used to doing it yourself. Also ask questions. And with the first one as well, the last one, sorry, here, ignore the results after the first 20 appointments. You know what? The results don't matter. The success is in doing the appointments. The success is in just getting out there and getting it done. Because if you just focus on getting through your first 20 appointments, you'll be amazed at the results you get. But there will be some no's, there will be some tough times, there will be a run of people who don't even want to let you in through the front door. And you will absolutely come up against a brick wall at some point in your first 90 days, 6 months or whatever. However, it's all about how we pick ourselves up. You've got to get used to the no's. You've got to get used to people not necessarily doing what you thought they'd do. And you've got to create a bit of a coat of armor, really, to protect yourself from that. But just keep going, because there's a lot of people out there that will say yes. You know, we're all about helping people. So for us, the success is not in whether or not they sign up. The success is in getting in front of people and showing them in the first place. So that's really, really important to remember. And that really is helped by getting that attitude and mindset, and attitude and mindset, attitude and mindset. Get it right and the rest will fall into place. What have we got next? Earn while you learn. So there's loads and loads of amazing ways you can earn in this business. You do the job once and you get paid in many, many different ways. Who's that in the background? Just wait. If we can make sure we're all on mute, that would be amazing. Thank you. So earn while you learn. So there's lots of different bonus. Get 3 gold customers, not including yourself, but get 3 gold customers in the first 30 days in this business, and you're going to get an extra £100 fast start bonus. How awesome would that be? In addition to everything else, if you get yourself to future team leader, then you're going to get an extra £200. Now, future team leader is to get 2 team members in your business, one of which has to be qualified, and between you to have got 25 group customers. So it's just about starting to build that team. And by getting to future team leader, you're exactly halfway to getting to team leader, which is a £300 bonus in addition, not instead of, or not an extra £100 to top it up to the 300. This is a whole new £300, which is awesome. So to get to team leader, you need to essentially double what you've got in the future team leader. You need to get 3 team members within your team minimum, 3 of which have to be qualified. You need to get 10 personal customers, and you need to get 50 group customers between all of you at some point within 6 months from getting to QD. So it's about having a real push to get moving forward. But that 300 quid bonus would be lovely to get. So just get your head down and get talking to lots of people. Holidays galore to be had as well. Do the job once. Not only will you get paid your quip, you'll get paid your bonuses. You'll also get points towards holiday. We got weekend breaks, which is 64 points. You've got to get a weekend break to Paris by the end of September. Or there's amazing holidays of a lifetime going on on that are kind of in progress at the moment, and we've got to get a certain number of points in by the end of March. So it's just about getting your head down and talking to as many people as you can and getting in front of them. For 75 personal customers, so in addition to everything else, they're going to give you a personalized brand new BMW Mini One. I love mine. I love the talk it creates on the school playground, the school car park, and it's a bit of a status symbol, but it's a massive walking advert for your business, or driving advert on wheels, really. Quip is amazing. This is a fantastic way to really turbocharge your income in the early days. They didn't have this when I started, and it took a long while to build up any meaningful income. However, if you can go out there and help homeowners take all the services, for every one that you get, you're going to get a whole load of your monthly residual income up front, and that can be up to £350 per person that you sign up each calendar month, depending on how many you've done in that month. So it's fantastic. I won't go into the details of that, but do get your mentor or the person who signed you up to explain it to you, because it's massive and can earn you a significant amount of money early doors. So again, attitude mindset, you might be starting to realize by now that this is really what this business is all about. Get the attitude and mindset right, and you will fly in this business. There's no two ways about it. And then get involved. You know, this business is not something to do by yourself. You know, this is about association. Spend time with other people doing the business. Pick their brains, just learn from other people, spend time around like-minded people, and you're going to really, again, increase that coat of armor we spoke about earlier. Do go to the trainings, go to as many times as you like. It is absolutely fantastic, and you will pick something up many times, you know, by doing it many, many times over each time you go. The opportunity presentations are happening all over the country, once a month in various different locations. So make sure you get yourself along to one of those, because that's amazing social proof to see who's doing the business, who's succeeded in the business. And quite often you'll look at the people that are standing up that have got almost loads of achievements with this business behind them, and you'll look at them and go, well, they're just like me. If they can do it, then absolutely so can I. So the opportunities are absolutely massive, and they're a great place also to take along potential distributors. Pizza Tuesday is amazing. I think we've got it coming up now next week on the 19th. It's a great way to socialize, and again, just hang out and spend some time with other people who are doing the business and learn from them. Home meetings, hopefully there's different team meetings going on within your team, or locally to you. Get yourself along to them. Again, associate and spend time with other people doing the business. Mad. Oh, this is an amazing event, and if you haven't got your ticket yet, then get it sorted. I believe Cheltenham has now sold out on the 8th of September. It is an incredible event, but they're repeating the event in Harrogate the day before on the Saturday, the 7th of September. So if you haven't got a ticket yet and you joined before the 1st of August, then get yourself a ticket up to Harrogate and get yourself by hook or by crook up there, because you absolutely won't regret it. If you joined after the 1st of August, I believe they have saved back a few tickets for yourselves. So you will be sent a personal link to be able to sign up and get your ticket, but don't delay. Those tickets will not be around for very long. So MAD is an amazing action-packed day. There'll be 3,000 or 4,000 people in the room, and it's full of hints and tips, announcements, recognition, all sorts of different things that really will just blow your mind, give you lots of different light bulb moments, and you will come away from it really, really buzzing. And the last bit is personal development. This again, you know, I talked about that coat of armor. You know, the personal development is what really makes a massive, massive difference to building that coat of armor. You want to spend time learning and picking up hints and tips and just giving yourself the most positive mindset and attitude that you really can, because it does make such a huge difference. There's an amazing book of the month from Knowledge is King, who are our personal development partner. They're fantastic. Again, if you want to get yourself onto that and get yourself a new bit of material, whether it be a CD or a book once a month, then talk to your upline. They will, I'm sure, be able to help point you in the right direction, or just get on Amazon or just have a bit of a library. I tend to have a bit of a library going on with some of our team members. We swap stuff back and forth and chat about the latest stuff that's coming out. So there's all sorts of different things that we can do, but get yourself on that personal development. Turn your car into a driving university and just put stuff in. If you're driving around a lot, don't have time to read, then start listening to stuff in the car, because I promise it will absolutely make a massive difference. And it builds up that attitude and mindset. And then finally, just smile. As I said to you right at the beginning, this business is about having a bit of fun. The friends you make, the way in which it will change your life is phenomenal. But you've got to make the most of it. You've got to get out there and you've got to keep enjoying it and just keep moving forward. So just keep doing the do, keep smiling, keep having a bit of fun, and you will totally be there. It will happen for you, undoubtedly. The only way to fail in this business is to quit. So as long as you don't quit, as long as you keep going, you'll get there. Different people have different journeys, but you'll have your own, and it will be whatever's right for you. So don't compare yourself with anybody else. Don't try and be something that you're not. Just smile, relax, enjoy the journey, and welcome to an amazing business. That's about as much as I'm going to go on about this evening. I hope you've all found that useful. If you can be of any help, or if we can be of any help, then don't hesitate to pop some questions into the groups. But I will look forward to seeing you this time next week for a skills call. All right, take care, everybody. Have a great evening. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.